actually is the last episode of Christian Student Diaries for season 2. Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another Christian Student Diaries. Thank you so much for opening up another page of this little diary of mine. I'm actually outside right now before I sit at the desk and work on finals, helping my mom do a little garden project. My mom is a nurse, and if you know the theory behind nurses and botany, nurses love to take care of things, so she is making a little home garden in the backyard, and we're just slowly but surely trying to assemble it. So I'm out of breath. We had to scrape mulch and get the plywood, but I'll show y'all when we get out there. I brewed me an espresso before I went outside. Garden work is an underrated exercise. Like, that's all I'm gonna say, because why do I feel like I just ran a mile? Like, all that. My arms better look good for the summer. But the plan for today and the rest of the week essentially is to write 2 pages of 2 different essays every single day up until Friday, and then use the weekend to edit, and then Monday submit, because I have 2 essays due Monday. So I've already prayed over that plan and just asked God to help me be able to finish both these essays, preferably one earlier than the other, and that's how we're gonna go with it. So I need to get myself, like I said, my cup of coffee and get sat at this desk. But it's only 10:30 a.m. It's around 10:30 to 10:28, so I'm still in good timing. But the earlier I get to the desk, the better, because then I can take a longer break period and then get back, because I want to do a morning work session and then an afternoon work session, and then figure out a time to actually do work as well for my job. God has it. God has it. It's gonna be a peaceful week despite all the things that we need to do. Coffee, and I'm about to cue up a Pomodoro timer on my TV. If you know, you know. I always do this for big assignments or papers that I need help with just staying consistent on. Pomodoro timers basically is a specific amount of work time and then a specific rest time, and it just goes. So you work when the timer says work, you rest when the timer says rest. So we're going to try this for this morning push. Like I said, want to write 2 pages of my sociolinguistics paper, and then in the evening I'm going to do 2 pages of my energy humanities paper. But there's also yard work and lots of activity going on outside, so I'm going to try my best to stay focused, but we're going to turn on the timer and get to working. Happy Monday! Second mug of caffeine for the day, and it's only 3 p.m., but I'm gonna need it. Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. I have a really large jug of coffee today, and I guess that's just the mood. You know when you start your day and something just feels off? Yeah, we're just gonna cover it in the blood, because when my days feel off, I just be feeling like my responses as people are off, my energy's off, and I just don't like it. But I'm about to do my Bible time, because that's probably why I'm feeling off, even though I usually do my Bible time first thing in the morning. But like, I don't know, today I think I should have gotten in my word a little quicker. Gotta be quicker than that. So we're gonna read the Bible and then continue on our plan for writing our final papers. We're gonna do 2 pages of each paper. I'm writing 2 papers consecutively at the same time, but God got it, because I'm writing 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. And yesterday it was hard, but it's because starting papers are always harder than finishing them. Just like anything in life, the start is harder than the finish. So prayerfully we've gotten over the hiccup of the start, because I kept pushing yesterday. Like, I was forcing myself to flesh out the ideas a little bit more, so when I come to it today, I'm like, okay, I see where I was going. It's at least, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's currently 10:41. I want to be like starting to write and everything by 11 a.m. because I still have to do work this week, and we're just gonna plead the blood over that because I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but I know that the Lord's gonna make it work, because if there's a will, there's a way. This is crazy. I thought I was going to do my little Bible time, then whoop-de-woo, go straight to, you know, writing my paper. But then the Lord drops a bomb on me during Bible time. The verse literally says, I knew you in the wilderness, in the land of drought. But when they had pasture, they became satisfied. They were satisfied, and their hearts became proud. Therefore, they forgot about me. God said, I knew you in the wilderness. I knew you in the times of test and trial. In the land of drought, when you had nothing, okay? It was scarce. But when they had pasture, when they had things, monetary goods, friends and family, community, they became satisfied. And they were satisfied, and their hearts became proud. And to become proud insinuates a bit of arrogance, a loss of reverence for the Lord, and a loss of gratitude for the Lord for bringing you out of the wilderness and the drought. But now you're satisfied because you're out. But the Lord doesn't want to just stop you where you're satisfied. He wants you to continue going, because it says they became satisfied. They were satisfied. Their hearts became proud. Therefore, they forgot about me. The Lord said, just because you're satisfied don't mean I'm done. Morning push of writing is done. We've written 6 pages for my social linguistics class. I also knocked out an hour of work, and I want some guacamole, and my mom's gonna teach me how to make some. So let's go get some guacamole. Another no-bake recipe. Let's try it. This is guac. We did tomatoes, onions, like a home seasoning blend of garlic pepper or garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper, and fresh lime or lemon. Hey guys, happy Wednesday. We're back home, baby. These curls are holding on for dear life. They're starting to fall out, but I'm determined through the power of the Holy Spirit to keep them in because I love the curls so much. I don't know, I love just the pin. I don't know, it's just me. But happy Wednesday. We just finished running some errands. Today has been a productive day, but it was the same as yesterday. Woke up, ended up filming some content, replying to some emails, then wrote both of my papers, been chilling after that, and then we went out to run errands. I got my mom's her Mother's Day gift, so I'm super excited about that. That is one thing checked off my list, because when it comes to gifts, I think gift giving is one of my love languages. So I just will like buy whatever I want to buy for that person and not really think about like how it's going to affect my budget. So being able to buy my mom's Mother's Day gift early and now have that chunk out of my budget already, and now I can just save up the rest of my funds, feels so good. And I also just love being able to buy gifts for people who love and support me, such as my mother, like literally my rock. So did that. We're now at the desk about to make my May vision board. I love making these. I make these every month. I just talk to God about the season that is coming up, literally, whether it's the figurative season or the literal season of like spring, summer, winter, fall. And then I also will put stuff of just events that I know I have coming up, so like graduations of friends and family, just internship and capstone graduation related things. I'll put all that on the vision board if they're supposed to be coming up, and it just helps me stay focused and remember what's coming up. But also I like to put a few things that I know me and God have been talking about me doing more, whether it's less screen time, reading more clean books, watching The Chosen, like little things like that, and it just helps me stay focused on my goals. I don't use it as a way of like manifesting. I don't know when that came about, but I've never made vision boards like that. That's not even how I ever was introduced to vision boards. Vision boards, you usually write the vision that you have for your life on a board, and that's what it is. It's not nothing you put it on paper and it's gonna come about. I don't know how that works, but that's not how I do it. But I know my Bible and my word says write the vision and make it plain, and that's what I be doing every month with God in mind and God on my side. So we're gonna do that now. But I think it's been just interesting, life has been lately, because the Lord recently showed me that we have the power of yes and no, saying yes to decisions that are going to help us and no to the decisions that are not. And just recently I had the power to say yes or no, and I said no, to the point that I literally put it on my Instagram notes and I said nope. Because the devil is a lie. And especially when you are trying to break habits or just systems and cycles in your life, it's important to be like no and stand on that no. But I think it's also hard sometimes when those cycles involve people and like the types of people that you attract or like want to hang out around you, because then you're like, okay, Lord, I want to fellowship to this person, but I also don't want to fall into another cycle of befriending people who are not like-minded. And so just know, if you were struggling with that recently, of just trying to break cycles but also be a good steward of the light that bears inside of you, know I'm with you. Because sometimes I'm like, ooh, we cannot chat, we cannot be close, but I still want to fellowship and show you, like, you know, what it means to be a Christian and what Christians are doing in the world. Because Christians are doing some really good work just in the name of Jesus, trying to spread his name. But sometimes it comes to a point where I'm like, I can't even chat with you because it's not going to be received right. You know what I mean? It's not going to give, I'm just a child of God trying to talk to another creation of God. It's going to give, I'm a child of God trying to slide to another child of God. If you get my drift. But I feel like that's just a journey that I have to learn as a young child of God, as a young P31 in the making, that people gonna notice that you a P31. And it's not always gonna be taken in a friendly way. And I'm just trying to be a P31 in peace. Okay? Using my free will to watch Phineas and Ferb and eat a sandwich. I ended up doing some good work for my sociolinguistics paper. I collected a lot of data, but now my eyes hurt, so I'm just gonna chow down on some citrus and this beautiful sandwich. I already took a bite, but like, look how good that looks. Really good. 10 out of 10. Okay, good morning guys. Happy Friday. Yesterday was a bit of a whirlwind because I decided to go ahead and knock out the rest of my work. So I did all my hours for work as well as working on both of my papers. And by the end of the day, my eyes hurt so bad and my brain was shot. So we just wrapped up the day with a little cup of hot ramen, and that was our day. But today is Friday, and tomorrow I have an orientation for the capstone project that I'm doing for the summer. So tomorrow our day is gonna kind of be booked and busy. So I want to today at least reach the page minimum of both of my papers. I'm at 8 pages, I think, for both. One needs to be a minimum of 12 and one needs to be a minimum of 8, actually. Wait, hold up. Hold up, I think I've reached the page minimum of one of the papers. If I'm not at 8 already, I think I'm at 7, so I'm almost there. But I just want to reach the page requirement for both of those papers because the social linguistics paper that I took data for yesterday, I have not inputted it into my paper, and data can be like pretty big on the page, but it also can be pretty small. But just an explanation of that data, I may have all my work just cut out for me and just like we'll be able to reach the page minimum there. But I want to do that today and then also do a safety training that I need to do by the end of May. I just want to go ahead and get it done now just because it makes sense to try to get it done early. And yeah, I think that's all I want to do today, and then just chill chill and have like a rather mild work day, because every single day of this week I have been working on something and my brain is starting to hurt. So yeah. Speaking of the orientation I have tomorrow, I also want to figure out my outfit because I told y'all I did not like my outfit the last time that I served. I served with the people that I'm doing my capstone with, and thus going to the orientation for tomorrow. I did not like that outfit. So today, when I plan my outfit, like it needs to be a hitter. It just needs to be a hitter because I did not like that outfit. I think it's because I didn't like my hair. My hair is falling out the curl, but it's still curled enough that I think it looks presentable. But last time we was going through it. But I kind of really want to wear my linen pants. I've seen people pair these in a very like business casual way, so I need to go on Pinterest, look at some ideas. But I want to do my linen pants. I think these are the ones, yeah, because all my linen pants have pockets in them too, which just make them like the perfect for going out or just being outside of your house because you have pockets, you can put everything you need in them. So I think I'm gonna look at some outfit ideas for that and plan that. But I need to get some coffee and do my Bible time. Okay, it's actually several days later, and all my finals are turned in except one. This actually is the last episode of Christian Student Diaries for season 2, so I wanted to make sure I give you guys just a word of thanks for you guys watching and continuing the series. That's what motivates me to make more episodes. And if you can't tell by the dark circles and how disheveled I look, I'm so excited that the semester is over. At this point, I don't even want to think about how many more semesters I have left, but I just want to think about the goodness of God and y'all's effortless and like continual support and watching these, whether you've watched one or all of them. I want to thank you so much for tuning in and just rocking with me for another season. Summer is literally on the wake, so I'm so excited to make some summer content for you guys. But I'm gonna finish up these finals, rest, and see you guys in the next one. But I wanted to thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to always protect your peace as always. Thank you. Have a good summer and happy semester for everybody who's graduating.